Even that stuff you were telling about earlier, it trips me out about the idea of fatherhood.
That's why I say all the time, it's like, man, it gets so much more difficult the older they get.
Having to guide someone through
Everything.
life when
Yeah.
you're like, everybody has like a certain level of, you know, collected knowledge, experience, and skill to navigate through life. It's kind of like being raised in a fucking jungle as a Mayan, and like your dad has to teach you how to like hunt and take care.
Yeah. And
It's like we have a
nurture.
similar version of that. It's just, you know, it's different, but it's the same thing. It's the world, the community, and your immediate family will upbring you into the world of how to navigate, survive, and behave. And that's what's crazy. You hit certain kind of bumpy roads, and it'll fuck you up forever to where you
Yeah.
can't do things, or you
Exactly.
do crazy shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that being said, all of that happened where I was telling you that we got into it. So I talked to him, and then, like, you know,
Are y'all cool now or no?
yeah, because there's a lot of things that were like said. He was like saying that, like, you know, he was angry because of me, and I was like, you know, when I talked to him, I was like, you're probably right. I was like, I can't admit, like, I have anger issues, and I deal with them still.
Yeah.
I was like, but I'm trying to control them, whether you think that I'm not, or, you know, whether you think I am or not.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm trying to help you to not be that way. You know, and like he was just like, he apologized. And so the next day, Nadia was here and we're having breakfast with Raya. And she gets a call from the school. And I'm already like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, fucking the day after. Seriously, like. And so, like, he did get into it. He got into it with a substitute teacher. And she's like, but I will say he did offer to apologize to the teacher. You know, he apologized to us. He just said, you know, he got upset and, you know, he apologized. He was, you know, all this stuff. She was like, he is getting an ISS, but she was like, I don't know what you're doing. She was like, but we're seeing a change. And I was like, well, I don't know. It's fucking difficult. I don't know.
What's crazy is how it's definitely not ideal. Everyone handles their shit differently and stuff. But what's crazy is that everyone has the same opportunity to choose to behave in a way that they want and not necessarily be completely influenced about how everything's making them feel right now. And
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
kids are not going to be good at it. Young kids, some are better than others. But why?
Exactly.
Is that just like luck? How do you help them through it? Like, how do you tell someone like him, like, hey, dude, like, sit him down and talk about, like, hey, dude, you feel mad, but you don't know why. And you're kind of mad at everybody and everything. And because of this and that, it's like, well, yeah. And it's like, okay, but, and I get it, because everybody has shit like that. If everyone stops and thinks about how their life is kind of not what they want it to be, or it's not as good as they want it to be, and that something's making them mad, or they wish things were different and it's not. Like, everybody feels that way.
Yeah.
But like, you can work towards certain things to make them better, and also you can do things right now to enjoy your time, even though that shit's always in the back of your mind. Like, you don't have to just be a dick, walk around being a dickhead going like, well, cause of this and that, and this makes me mad. It's like, dude, everybody feels that way. And
that's what I said. That's what I said. And I'm like, dude, you're choosing to be like this. I was like, I was like, okay. I was like, fine. I was
put him
like,
in martial arts, dude.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so fine. You're getting upset that I'm mad, and you're saying that I'm the person that made you this way, and you're this way because you saw it from me. I'm like, but you're so upset with the way that I am. Why are you becoming the exact same person that I am? I was like, you're saying that I'm just walking around being an asshole all the fucking time. Why are you gonna go around being like that?
True.
You know, I was like, that doesn't even make sense to. I was like, not at least into comparison to what you're telling me. Like, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you need to, like, I mean, it's not going to work because, yeah, kids will do one of two things. They'll either just emulate the things around them without thinking about it, but feeling things about it, and other kids consciously make an effort to be the opposite. Yeah. Or, you know, there's gray area of you can't really change who you are at your core, because some things you just inherit from just, I think, genetics and environment, that you can rewrite stuff, but like programming someone is reprogramming someone is pretty hard. Like, you can choose like being mad all the time and like doing stuff because you're mad, like reacting to things
Yeah,
out of being
exactly.
mad is that's kind of who you are. And the only way you can really change it is to change that you're never mad, but change that even when you're mad, you don't trip so hard.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to change like, oh, I get
Yeah.
mad at this. It's like you're always going to get mad at it, but you can't always do something or react something because you're mad. What are you fucking
Yeah.
two? Like,
Yeah, exactly. You're
you
just
can't be
throwing a
reactionary.
tantrum,
Yeah.
like, is what you're doing. I was like, you're making stupid decisions because of it.
Right? But
Because
kids will
he
do that
just-
shit where they're like, I don't know. And they
Yeah.
don't. They don't know.
Yeah, because it's like and then like, oh man, dude, it's so much stuff to have away because they had just called us not just a few days before that fight, telling us about how he's gonna be in like that program like David was, to where you do college and high school at the same time. Like they offered
Yeah, collegiate.
that,
Yeah.
they offered it to Auden.
No way.
Yeah,
No
Dude,
way.
Auden was put into honors reading and English.
What does he want to do it?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was-
Did you explain to him like, dude, when you're done,
That's what I told him. I'm like, dude, at least
you're
if
gonna
you're
have
gonna
credits?
finish high school and you don't want to do school for a little bit, fine, go take a break, go work a job, do whatever you want. You know, like
I would
was
recommend. I'd be
like-
like, dude, just finish school,
Well,
and
yeah.
then you can be done by your 22, and you can be getting like at least like, you can be making like 80 grand a year.
yeah,
On something.
I'm like a physical therapist. I don't know, dude. Like all kinds of shit you could be doing.
Yeah, you need to teach them that shit of like, dude, just get a job you don't mind doing that you're good at, and then make enough money to where all your free time you could do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, start looking now. And like, there's so many jobs that I was like, there's so many jobs that you pay you well to where you don't have to do much work at all.
Yeah,
Almost.
construction.
And, yeah.
uh,
Architect. He said he wanted to be an architect at one point. I'm like, dude, you can do that. Like, that's a great fucking job you could be.
yeah.
You know, like, there's a lot of things, and I'm just like telling him, I'm like, all this shit you're doing now, man. I'm like, it's just not gonna work out though. I was like, because if you have a fucking record, none of this is gonna even matter.
And I mean, not that you don't tell them this, but I always tell my daughter this, that it's okay that you make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I made
Yeah.
mistakes a lot when I was a kid. Mom makes, everybody makes mistakes, and
Right,
that's
right.
okay. That's okay. What matters is if you acknowledge your mistakes and if you can learn something from them. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being better. Next time when this happens, even if you don't do it right, at least try to remember this
Yeah.
and try your best not to do the same
Yeah.
thing.
You're
And
learning.
Yeah, even if it's just a little bit different or you try, that's fine. But
Yeah.
if you keep doing this is going to happen. And none of us,
Exactly.
no one wants this to happen. So I'm
Exactly.
trying to teach you how you can change it. And it's not a switch. If it was that easy, you could stop doing it right now. That's not going
Yeah,
to happen.
Exactly.
That's all right.
Exactly.
Just always, tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever too big where like you're going to be in that much trouble. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
It's hard.
It's definitely hard. Like I said, the older they get and when they become more personalized and things like that, like it's harder dealing with that kind of a fucking child. And then honestly, in this generation, these fucking kids are crazy, dude.
I mean, they kind of were in every generation. It's just they have to step it up to where they have to be different enough so that the OGs can be like, man, these kids are fucking weird. And then most of the time it's cyclical. They're just, what I figured out is the Edgar cut, the cut that everybody has is, and you think that's something retarded someone just made up, and it's literally like an apocalypto Mayan haircut. Like they're just all Mayan. Like they're just like the dude bros in like around the fucking Chichen
That's
Itza.
funny.
And fucking, they're just the asshole. Like you remember in Apocalypto in the beginning where everyone's teasing the big guy and they give him the
dude.
balls and shit. That's just everybody right now. Like the coolest dudes in the fucking hunting tribe. That's what everybody is right now.
They're teasing
Right?
him. That's fucking funny. Oh, dude. Man.
They're all the Jaguars, paw.
Remember when Frosted Tips was a thing?
Oh yeah, that was hot 90s boy band shit.
Yeah.
But also like cool hard rock Linkin Park shit.
Linkin Park. Dude, Linkin Park was good. I like
Linkin Park is good.
I like Linkin Park.
But the thing
I don't
is,
care.
and even back then it was kind of cheesy. It's cheesy now. Now it's almost like classic rock, classic hard rock. But if that shit speaks to you even like a little bit, it's just jams. Like, oh, the
Yeah.
melody, everything sounds fucking
Exactly,
cool. It's
yeah.
repetitive. It's cheesy. They're like, oh, I could have written this song. It's like, no, you couldn't have. They all of them came together. They're all good enough, and they made something. They
Yeah.
produced something
That just
very unique.
Yeah, exactly. It's not very many times where something like that comes all together.
Linkin Park was badass.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why they're, and that kind of band where they're that famous. I mean, you would see their shows and it'd be like a field of people,
Dude, yeah.
like tens of thousands of people in a field
Fucking huge.
jamming Linkin Park. And of course, that many people who like them, they're going to have almost the same amount of haters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, they're gay. It sucks. This is stupid. What's great, man, there's this conspiracy theory, you know, touching back on the Coreys and the rape of 2 Coreys. There's a conspiracy theory that he tells, and it's hard to see if he's obviously kind of crazy and whacked out from his life. But is he like so wacky? Is he just saying weird shit? Or is he saying weird shit because weird shit happened to him, and that's also a component of why he's wacky? That he made this documentary called The Rape of 2 Coreys, and it's a documentary about him and Corey Haim and people. He was like, I was pretty much in the possession of pedophiles from like when I was like 15 to like my mid 20s, of like these guys that were just kind of grooming. I didn't even realize it, but my life was so fucked up that these are the only cool guys. So they kind of manipulated me because they would be really cool to me, and eventually they would molest me. And then the whole thing with Charlie Sheen and Corey Haim.
Yeah.
That shit is happening, and there's a conspiracy theory. Because Corey Feldman had that documentary. There's a conspiracy theory that he originally tried to air it and he was going to sell it, but at his premiere, it got hacked and leaked online for free, and then now he has it in like, it's like it's not publicized, he's not selling it anymore, and it's just locked up. He got really like messed up by the whole someone stole his documentary and then no one took it seriously, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But anyway, and he got robbed of like millions of dollars. But
what the fuck? That's crazy.
So there's a conspiracy theory about Chester from Linkin Park,
right?
And the guy from Audioslave, is it David Cornell? Chris Cornell. Is it Chris Cornell?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope I'm not fucking that up. The lead singer from Audioslave and Soundgarden, that he killed himself, and then Anthony Bourdain killed himself. But that there was a conspiracy that they were all killed, but they were all involved in trying to produce and funding research on a documentary about like child sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
That they were all involved in this project, and that there's a conspiracy theory that they were somewhat maybe in like a removed way assassinated for being involved with something like this. That they were trying to make a documentary and not leak it, but like produce a documentary and funding this thing about exposing like organizations about child sex trafficking.
I think I did hear something about this at one point. I think I know slightly what you're talking about, but that is fucking crazy.
I wonder if that's true. So let's see. I'm gonna say I think it's Chris Cornell.
You are right. It is Chris Cornell. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, it's a. I mean, this might be a dumbass thing that came out and no one even cared because I think it came out. So it says, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, and Bourdain were not working on a child sex trafficking documentary and did take their own lives. Fact check. That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. You should put all of that in there. That's hilarious. That's the first thing that came up on Reuters. They did not work on it.
Oh, man.
I've been sharing a post which claims they were doing that. All worked on a child. Okay, so I don't know if fucking Corey Feldman read that and then started saying it out loud and it's not even true, or that he just started saying that and it's a lie and people had to be like, Corey, no, they didn't, you dumb fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Corey Feldman. That's Michael Jackson.
They went to the wrong house.
And he's like, don't worry about it, elf lips.
Domehead.
He was a great Donatello.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I was saying.
He was the best one, actually. I think they probably didn't get him in the second one because they couldn't afford him.
Maybe.
Or if they actually thought, hey, let's go someone else,
sense.
Someone would be better. They're stupid.
Adorable.
I think he looks like an old man. I love him. I love him though. He's always mean mugging us. He's awesome. It's fun having a baby again, and it's fun. I had my girl. I love my girl, but it's cool to have the other experience of like now I have a little boy.
Yeah.
My little man. He's
Some-
funny, dude.
Some testosterone in the house.
He's fucking funny. I know, and I know we're gonna be best friends. I
Yeah.
don't look forward to like the times of, the rough patches, because
Yeah.
you have them with every. Like, I love Levy. She's perfect. That's my baby girl.
Yeah.
She has a lot of times where I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I love you with all my heart, but holy crap.
Same thing with McKaylee, man. She's fucking. Sometimes she just drives me nuts.
And she like, and it's my daughter. So she talks to me in a way of like, I don't know how this would go down in an altercation with like a person who's like my size and that I can legally fight. That like, I'll just be talking to her like, no, and you need to listen and you need to do this because dad tells you and this and that and you're not listening. And she goes, and then it's just like, as soon as I'm done, she just goes, well, and I was like, what the fuck?
Just calling you out.
Holy crap. Like,
Dude.
that's such a perfect
Dude.
response, too. Like, she's like, I don't have to even dignify myself with that response to that. And it's like, well, like, who cares? Everything you said, it's like, who cares, Dad? And it's like, holy crap, you don't even understand.
Yeah, dude.
I'll be like, go to bed. You stayed up an hour over past your bedtime. You need to go to bed already. Finish your ice cream, go to bed. I don't want to be a part of this family. I was like, what the hell? That's your breaking point? God
oh my
dang it.
God. Okay, Kaylee. Well, she used to be that bad. I guess she's kind of like getting a little bit older. So
she seems so sweet. You can tell she loves you. Like, you can tell she's a daddy's girl.
She's like, yeah, she is sweet. She's definitely like my baby girl, but oh man, but that also gives her like this entitlement to where she thinks she can talk to me certain ways and like do certain things. Like sometimes she'll just like walk up to me and slap me, and like she doesn't mean it like she's like just like fuck you, but like she's like playing around, and I'm like, bro, like what the fuck,
No,
dude? Like,
yeah,
dude,
no,
like,
Levy does that too.
And I'm like, dude, like you can't just walk up to me and slap me and expect me to be okay with it all
I'll
the
do
time.
like fake, like fun, like, oh, I'm gonna fight you kind of movement, but I never like even touch her.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
like as soon as I do it, her immediate response is to just like juke back with a fucking closed fist and just stick me in the stomach. And she looks at me like smiling. I go, what the heck, dude? I didn't even hit you. Like, you're supposed. And she'll just goes, and she does this every time without fail. So she always gets a hit in. She always gets a lick in. And then she just touches where she hits me. She goes, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm like, you already did it. Stop doing it. She was like, I'm just playing. I'll just do it like this. And she does it to where she makes the movement, but she doesn't actually hit me. Every time, dude, I just get like a quick like stick. I go, what? I was like, Levy, we've talked about this. And she goes, oh, sorry.
It's just one of these days you're just going to have to catch your fist and
She does that to me. It's funny. I'll throw a fist and she catches it and she'll twist it over. So I'll go, oh, fuck. Oh, no. And she goes, I'm strong, right, Dad? I'm like, yeah, dude, you're strong. Can we pause you? I got to pee.
Yeah.
God, that's so Raven moment. Where I was like,
dude, it's just going to pop your back, dude.
No, man, that was scary. Fallon was going to fucking do a Steven Seagal move on me.
What?
And I was like, dude, this doesn't seem safe.
It's because of the hair.
You don't have hair like Steven Seagal.
I know. It's a joke.
Is it the hair? What? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
You're always confused.
Oh, there is something I wanted to talk about. So, this is a pet peeve of mine, and dude, nothing makes me more upset than seeing a Facebook post about a missing person.
It makes you upset?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
This is the dumbest.
Please elaborate.
It makes me so mad. So, Facebook posts with missing people,
Mm-hmm.
and they give all the information and like, please contact if like you see anything. This would make me like, I'm mad when I see it. Like, I want to get on there to tell people something, but I'd be a hypocrite. So there's like 1,000 likes and 1,000 comments. And this should be just like a new etiquette. If anyone hears this should be etiquette. You should pass it on for these kind of posts.
Uh-huh.
Don't like or put a comment for nothing unless you have information about the fucking person. Just stop doing prayers and condolences and like hearts and like, oh my God, thinking of you, share more information. Can you make this shareable? Every time I'd get a notification, I would be like, oh my God, does someone
Somebody
know
have
something?
yeah, you're
Did
right.
someone
I
see
didn't even
him?
think about that.
And then it's fucking Juanita saying, oh my God, whole family praying for you. I'm sorry, condolences. I hope you find him. Let's find him, guys. Get the fuck off my post. You know what? And this is what you can equate it to. And this is how maddening this must be for the people that are waiting for information to find their missing loved ones. Imagine if this was a community bulletin board and there was a missing person's flyer on there, and they had like the little tearaway numbers that you would call them, so that way you could, if you had information. And then imagine your phone ringing off the hook for the day, and every time it rings, you're like, "Oh my God, they found him, dead or alive, I don't know, but they found him." And it's just some dumb bitch saying like, "Oh my God, if you need anything, and if we hear anything, is it okay if I tell people about this? Okay, good. So what are you doing later?" And it's like, get the fuck off my phone. What are you doing?
Where do you live?
Find him.
I'd love to send a casserole.
Find him. Sending prayers and condolences is like, send my child's ass home. He's 15 and he thinks he a man. Send him home. Sending prayers and condolences, my ass. I hate that.
That's true. That's funny. That's funny.
Get the fuck off those posts.
Well, I did watch this movie the other day on Prime called...
We got Prime, boys. We got Prime.
What was it called? Project Almanac, something like that. I think I'm pronouncing it right. But basically, these kids...
Annual. Annual. That's like the kids.
So there's 4 all together. One kid is trying to get into MIT, and so he's going through. His dad was like a genius. He was an inventor, so he's trying to go through all these things so that he could maybe put together a project so that he can get a scholarship or whatever.
I wonder what the project's going to be called. Go ahead. Animal.
So it ends up becoming a time machine that they stumble upon.
I think I remember this one. They find it in the floor.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
It's an old movie.
Yeah.
Not like
it is an old,
but I did see it, and it's really good.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. Good movie.
I was gonna say that was actually kind of crazy movie. And
what was that on?
Prime.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a minute. That was a good one.
That was a really good one, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, when they start using it like for their own pleasure, basically, like remember the little girl goes back to to get back at the girls who are picking on her.
I vaguely remember it. I think I've only seen it once, if not like maybe twice. But it's been a long time. Like it was like a long time ago, but I vaguely remember that. I just remember it's like a nerdy guy with his friends, like a nerdy cool guy finds the thing, and they start doing like really cool shit with it.
Exactly.
It's almost like the Chronicle of sci-fi.
Yeah. And well, I remember because I was like, man, that'd be fucking trippy as shit, because she goes back because they're picking on her, and they're in the hallway at the school, and they like knock down all her stuff, and they like, call her names, and they all laugh. And then they all come around the corner, and she's got like these 2 big ass sodas, remember? And she walks up to the girls and she spills them, and she goes, and the girls are like freaking out because they got all the soda dumped on them. And then they're like, "You were just over there." And she was like, "I'm everywhere, bitch." And she throws the fucking cups, and I'm like, dude, that would be fucking trippy, dude. Like,
what a waste. Like, what a dumb thing to do. Like, I get it.
That's why I was saying it's childish. Like, they for their own pleasure.
I'm everywhere, bitch.
Yeah. But can you imagine if somebody did that to you? Like, I don't care how gangster you are, that would trip me the fuck out.
No
dude.
way. Like, if you do that at the right school or the wrong school, like, it's funny because I don't know why she thinks just because she time traveled that all of a sudden those girls wouldn't beat the fuck out of her. Like, it doesn't matter. You time traveled, bitch. We're just going to beat you whatever version is right now.
Fucking joke's on you, because remember when they go back, she's friends with all of those girls. The girl walks up to her and she was like, "Hey, we're going out tonight. You should join us." And she was like, "You should wear that thing because you look hot in that." And then
no, I don't remember this.
What the fuck happened? Remember, there's a
but like I know that it changes the timeline. But what a dumb change that now we're friends. You remember that time where you punked me in front of everybody? We were so cool. Don't do it no more.
Yeah, she's got embarrassed as like Regina George.
Good movie.
Mean Girls?
Yeah.
You like Mean Girls?
You don't like Mean Girls?
I've never seen it all the way through.
It's fucking funny.
Is it?
Yes.
I've never seen it all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's fucking.
But
It's
I've never
funny.
seen all the
Tina Fey, the guy who plays
the friend.
No, but I like the principal, the guy who plays
Oh yeah,
Is it Ladies Man? The Ladies Man?
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but he's in The Office too. It's pretty funny.
Dude, that movie was so much fucking funnier than I think people might remember. The Ladies Man. Is it The Ladies Man?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Ladies Man. I love it. Like, there's this one part where he's talking about. Oh, you know what? No, it's not even Ladies Man. It's in fucking Dewey Cox. When he's his friend that's always in the bathroom doing drugs.
You can't handle this.
I like it where he's like, what is that? He's like, it's Viagra's. He's like, they give you boners. He's like, if erections last for more than 4 hours, call more ladies. That's one of the best lines I've ever heard. Jesus.
Call more ladies. Dude, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I've only seen it once, and I always thought this movie's going to be dumb, but it's one of the comedic titans up there, too. It's like, people might have slept on that. It's actually really funny.
Yeah, that one was funny. Dude, with 21 and 22 Jump Street, also fucking great movies.
Better than you remember Channing. Is it Channing?
Channing
Tatum.
Yeah. As
like a funny guy action star is way better than him being like some I can date black girls guy. I like him better as just like a fucking funny ass buff dude.
It's much funnier. I agree.
He's really good at it.
He was actually
pretty. That's fucking funny.
He's pretty fucking funny, dude. Like him and that fucking dude when they meet, the fucking drops. He's like, it's such a weird time to Q-tip, but. And he's like fucking drops it in the dude's sandwich. He's like, oh, dude, I dropped my Q-tip in your sandwich. And he's like, nah, dude. He's like, my sandwich is all up in your Q-tip. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a weird ass.
I was like, but they're dude, that's the guy from fucking, that's U.S. Agent or whatever.
I know. And honestly, that was a good cast. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's the guy from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Which was actually a pretty good show. I didn't like the ending, but I really liked the show.
I agree.
It was really sad to see Bucky's kind of recovery.
It's kind of an interesting take on it.
Yeah, I really like it though.
Yeah.
I thought it was deep, and it definitely made you care more about the character because until now, you almost couldn't. But now it's like, oh, it's just this guy, and this crazy shit happened to this guy. He was a regular soldier.
Yeah.
His best friend got experimented on and became the world's first superhero, and then he got experimented on and became like one of the earliest like super soldier assassins, which is fucking like, what the hell?
That was used
I'm a super soldier assassin.
for the enemy side, basically.
I killed a bunch of people. I killed my best friend's parents.
Best friends.
He's like, we were friends. He's like, he's my friend. He's like, so were we.
He slaps him. Remember?
Get the fuck off.
Don't fucking touch
me. Get that fucking ass off me.
That's funny. But yeah, those movies were fucking good, dude. I don't know why he looks like a 30-year-old 8th grader. And then the fucking picture that it shows always cracks me up.
That movie was jokes on jokes. I mean, some of them were obviously like cheesy throwaways, but most of them were pretty fucking funny. Yeah. And it sucks because at the moment I can't remember everything, but I was laughing most. I love the joke where Jonah Hill is going home in the morning doing the walk of shame with all the other bitches. Yeah. And it's so funny because he does it really like feminine. And like he's holding his shoes, and the way he's looking around all like kind of confused and sad and like embarrassed, but it's so fucking funny.
And then they do it like a second time, I think, remember? And he was like, oh, I just want to go home and watch Friends all day.
They did great movies. They get great jokes, I mean.
Yeah. There's even some things that like I thought were a little bit far-fetched the first time I watched it, but when I rewatched it, were kind of funny. Like how in the end, they're doing like the 23 and 24 and 25.
Yeah.
And then it's Seth Rogen. And then they go back to Jonah Hill and they're like, oh, sorry that happened. He's like, what?
They really squeezed it out that it was a parody, but it was like a good parody. It was like Brady Bunch.
It
like,
worked. Yeah, exactly.
It's not serious at
Exactly.
all, but it's better this way. This is so funny.
But then Brady Bunch had that weird thing where the brother
Greg
and the sister,
and
yeah, I was
Marsha
like,
were fucking. They were fucking.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what a hilarious joke, but it's so true. It's like, who the fuck wrote this? Dave Chappelle?
And who approved it? Like,
Holy
what the
Christ,
just
like-
greenlit?
What did they start bumping uglies?
Not only is it in the movie, it's definitely in the movie.
Not only is it in the movie, but it is definitely in the movie.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you're right. The whole movie. I mean, they talk about it literally the whole movie too. They're like, literally do the same thing as the first one.
Yeah,
It's the same exact thing.
in the beginning, he's like, "Hey, man," they said he looked like the Mexican Wolverine.
It looked like the Mexican Wolverine.
He's like, "My name's Jeff."
Man, no, man, go about it in incredible detail. So descriptive.
It's crazy how Jonah Hill went through that renaissance of him kind of, I wouldn't say having any kind of breakdown, but definitely like struggling human moment of, I guess, being a famous actor. Like, you see how he's kind of looks kind of like a beach bum,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to therapy and recording it still though.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I know that, like, they had talked about him, I saw a while back, about how, like, Jonah Hill, like, gains and loses weight for roles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
And now
how,
he's
like-
like skinny and ripped.
Yeah, but they're saying, like, how, like, that's, like, really unhealthy for you, like, not just physically, but, like, mentally, that'll drain you. Like, you know, gaining weight, I mean, and then losing weight, it's working on the body and stuff like that. And then, because you think about, like, 21 Jump Street, he's really fucking thin.
He's thinner, definitely.
Yeah, and even though the fact that he's fucking making fat jokes the whole time, because I love the fucking "what's up, not so Slim Shady." That's a fucking great lie.
I remember in the second one, I think is it Rob Riggles, or who's the guy that plays? I think it's Rob Riggles.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Let me just. Yeah, it's Rob Riggle, who's fucking hilarious in everything he does.
Yeah.
I like it when they go visit him in jail,
Yeah.
and he's like talking to them and stuff like that, and then he says like something sexual, and he's telling James Franco, he's like, yeah, something like, yeah, right, babe, and he's all like, I've already told you, dude, like, we're not together. He's like, yes, we are. I'm your bitch.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's like, I'm your bitch, right? And he's like, no. He's like, that's not how it works.
Yes, I am. I'm your bitch.
He's like, I'm sorry, babe. He's like,
dude, he does that so good. Like, he does that character so fucking funny.
Dude.
Where it's so outrageous, but you believe him, but it's hilarious at the same
dude,
time.
because the first thing you fucking right out the rip, he's like, you fucking shot my dick off. He's like, it's cool though. I gotta fucking put vagina out of it.
Yeah.
He was like, you were all up in that shit last night, right? And he turns around, he's like,
Oh man.
dude, that is a great fucking scene, dude.
When they first meet him, he's like, I know. I was just like, get your hand down.
Yeah.
He's like, don't you ever raise your hand in front of me. I consider that a threat.
Yeah. He's like, put your tongue in your mouth and close it.
He's like, don't blow on me, son.
Don't blow me, son.
That part was so funny.
The fucking boat.
When they trip out.
Yeah.
Ooh. The trip part was so funny.
Yeah, the ice cream melting and shit.
The
Yeah,
way-
the fox, right? That was trippy as shit. Dude, that's what. And see, like, it's crazy because after rewatching it, you see the little subtle hints that they give because he's eating Doritos
Yeah,
chips
the whole
right
time.
then. And there's a whole bunch of shit. I don't know, but it's funny. Yeah, dude, those movies are fucking great. I like those movies.
They're better than I remember.
But you know, I was talking about it the other day. They don't make comedies almost anymore.
They do. We just don't think they're funny. They definitely make comedies.
You think so?
Let's look at like 2023 comedies, like new comedies.
Let me see what we got here. Are we doing all comedy, romantic comedy, all this stuff?
Yeah, if it's supposed to make you laugh. No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. It was funny, and it was almost kind of classic funny. I'd say that was a funny movie.
It wasn't bad.
No hard feelings.
Old dads.
I didn't watch that, but it was made to be a comedy. I didn't watch it.
It wasn't bad.
Bill Burr, I mean.
Yeah, Bill Burr's pretty funny in it. Dream Scenario. I've never even heard of that.
Dude, I gotta watch this. There's a movie where I guess Owen Wilson plays Bob Ross called Paint, and it looks fucking hilarious. I gotta see it.
Yeah.
That has to be a parody or like at least funny.
What did you go to?
I just put Google, and I'm just gonna.
Let me put 15. I pulled up a link that was 15 best.
Oh, I put just 2023 comedies.
So
Good Burger 2. It was funny. It was nowhere near.
I didn't watch it.
As good as.
It's on Paramount, right?
Yeah, it's not. Of course, the part 1 is the best, but this one is funny. It's not like a great movie, but it's funny. They definitely have moments where they nailed it.
You hurt my feelings. I've never even heard of that.
There's a bunch that I'm not even mentioning.
Yeah, because I've never even heard of.
Yeah, there doesn't even. I heard You People, Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill. I didn't watch it.
It wasn't bad. Dumb Money, I saw that.
What's that one?
Dumb Money. It's about the guy who started buying the stock for GameStop. Like
I heard about that. Yeah,
they went on.
It's the guy, the Riddler.
Yeah.
The Machine, Burt Kreischer. He's a comedian. He had like an actual comedic movie. Man, White Man Couldn't Jump. They remade it with Jack Harlow. That's funny.
Yeah.
The Outlaws with Adam Devine. That one came out on Netflix. I mean, that one's made to be a comedy.
That one was.
So they do make them.
But I guess I meant more like
theater.
Yeah.
Well, no one's making those.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't think anyone's making any movies. Oh, you know what was funny that was theater? Barbie.
I didn't watch Barbie.
Watch it. It's fucking funny.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you're being gay. It's not even a girl movie. It's not a girl. It's a movie about a girl toy. It's not a girl movie. It's a movie, and it's fucking funny. You wouldn't believe how fucking funny Ryan Gosling is as Ken. It's a comedy movie.
Nadia keeps saying the same thing, and I'm just like,
I watched it with my daughter, and it's not because I was made to. I knew it was out, and it was on HBO Max, and I was like, and she was like, let's watch me. I was like, you want to watch Barbie? And she was like, yeah. I was like, let's watch Barbie. And Margot Robbie is funny. The movie's funny. Will Ferrell's in it. It's like a comedy. It's a straight up comedy, and it's fucking funny. It's like a fun watch. Like the movie itself is a fun watch. The story it makes sense. It's not cheesy. It's not like overdone, and it's super fun. Like it's a fun kids movie. Also, if you're a grown up and you just trip balls and watch that movie, I'm pretty sure you'll cry or something because it's pretty trippy.
You cry.
Yeah, the visuals are trippy.
Okay, I might check it out.
Ryan Gosling, the Kens. I mean, even the Barbies, of course, but like the Kens, they're just powerhouse comedy. That's Michael Cera is one of the characters as the doll. He's fucking hilarious. How is Michael Cera just because he's in a movie about Barbie not going to be fun? If anything, they're like, get Michael Cera. We're trying to make this movie funny.
Shang-Chi is one, isn't he?
Yeah, fucking funny. He's hilarious. It's a good movie.
Yeah, he does a few other things that I've seen him in, and he's pretty funny.
If you don't want to feel like a woman, watch it with your daughter, and I'm telling you, you'll have a way funner time than you would think. It's fucking funny.
I might just watch it, but I've been waiting for fucking -1 Godzilla to come out on HBO.
Yeah, it's like winning. It's like up for an Oscar or some shit. Like it's supposed to be like the best monster movie of all time, and I want to watch it too. Just saying that, I was like, well, it's fucking all of them look dope, but maybe I'll actually watch this one.
Dude, you haven't watched? Did you watch Godzilla vs Kong?
The last Godzilla I watched was the brand new one that they released like 10 years ago, where it's like CGI. And he does like the fucking flame into the sky and shit. The original remake. I know what you're talking about.
Because there's 2 parts and then the Kong versus Godzilla. That's the same Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's a few different ones going on all at the same time right now. They also have a series on Apple TV that's a different Godzilla. They had a Japanese Godzilla that came out.
Godzilla?
It's actually Gojira.
That actually sounds dope as fuck.
And I guess, I don't know if it was like, I've never read into it, but I mean, it's Gojira. And I think they just racially fucking, they're just trying to say Godzilla.
Yeah, like the term waifu is spelled WAIFU, and people, for some reason, people equate it to the word literally meaning just like the perfect Japanese wife, or
Yeah,
maybe just,
yeah.
but really it's just Japanese people saying wife. They're saying waifu, but they're spelling it like exactly how it
how they're
sounds,
saying-
but they're
yeah.
saying the English word wife. They're
That's
just going,
funny.
that's my waifu.
That's funny.
And people are like, yeah, my waifu. It's
Holy
like,
shit.
your wife? It's like, you're saying bae. Holy shit. Yeah, it
I
was.
think it's King of Monsters. That's the one you're looking for.
It was yeah. No, not that was 2019. It's the 2014 Godzilla. That's the last one I watched. Godzilla 2014. It's with
Yes.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yes.
This is the one I saw. You know, honestly, I don't even know if this is the one I saw.
I'm telling you, the one that you're talking about is this one.
Okay,
And
no,
that's
I
King of
know.
the Monsters.
Yeah, that's not the one I saw. Then when he does the blue one, I just remember seeing that in the fucking.
King of the Monsters is, I think, the sequel. If you saw the 2014 one, this is the sequel to it.
I don't know if I ever saw any of these movies, or I just saw the commercial so much that I thought I saw the movie.
And then they have the Kong versus Godzilla, which wasn't bad. And now they have the new one again that is Kong versus Godzilla.
See, and I didn't even see Kong Skull Island. The last Kong I saw was King Kong with
Jack Black.
yeah, I love that movie.
I hate that
Adrian
movie.
Brody. I love it. It's
3
so like
hours fucking long. It's like an hour and a half before you even see
I
fucking
know
King
why.
Kong.
Okay, but I know why you don't like it, and probably why you like the newer ones, which I like those too. Like the newer ones are a monster movie. The old ones are like a cinematic,
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
like a theatrical, very artsy
But then
rendition. But I love it.
I like the not the original King Kong, but the what is it like
The original
71?
King Kong is Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I'm kidding. You remember that one?
Yeah.
It's just a big gorilla fucking shit up, sitting on cars.
No, that's Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
And yeah, and before that, the last Godzilla I saw was with Matthew Broderick. You remember
the
that?
2001 with the Puff Daddy song.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Puff Daddy know all about that Godzilla.
That was a terrible Godzilla movie. That movie sucked.
Yeah, it was terrible, but that's the last one I remember. I saw it in theaters. I think I saw it at the Dollar Movies.
I did too. That was.
I remember going, man, the Dollar Movies was dope. Did you go there a lot or no?
Yeah, dude, all the fucking time. I'm like, that fucking place closed down. The amount of business I bring here.
Did you ever just get dropped off and
All
just
the
be like,
fucking
here's
time, dude.
$5, go see a movie? And you're like, oh, I'm going to see a
Yeah.
movie with my buddy.
And the fucking kids meals at fucking Wendy's were only like $3 at that time.
Yeah, if you got a $10 bill, you were set for like the 4-hour
Yeah,
afternoon.
just
It was
sneaking
dope
in
as
with
fuck.
me, fucking-
If you had
and
enough quarters left, you go to Aladdin's
the-
Castle.
Oh, dude.
The arcade, man, dude, mall life, like kids now these days. I mean, they still have
There's-
malls and they're nice, but like back then, they were like an amusement park almost
Yeah,
with
dude.
shopping.
Arcades are almost not even existent. Like, they're different now. Like, they're aimed for adults because those are the only people who actually play them.
They're
So they have-
underground like urchin bars.
Yeah,
now.
and they have like alcohol and shit because, like I said, older people are the only ones who were fucking the ones who went to those things.
and they're a haven for homosexuality.
DDR, Dance Revolution. Dude, remember walking by the fucking arcades and just fucking group of kids around DDR
It
just
was-
fucking throwing it down.
It was like the neo goths with like those big
Yeah, the
ass
fucking-
jinkos,
yeah,
those
dude.
bell pants. They all look like characters from
Remember
Kingdom
those
Hearts.
fucking the wristbands they
Don't
would
you
get from
walk
fucking Hot
away.
Tub? You could just hear all the bracelets moving and shit.
They look cool as fuck. Though.
Yeah, dancing on both fucking dance floors.
all
That
the-
was fucking
all the-
crazy.
All the girls had little kitty headbands.
Oh, dude.
The dudes were just like fucking the
Ponytails.
greasiest hair. They washed their hair with petroleum jelly. And I was all like, I wish I could dance Revolution.
I wish, but I never could.
Yeah, the arcade was awesome. The mall life was dope
Time
as fuck.
Crisis.
Just walking around, riding the escalators,
Dude, that's, man.
going into Hot Topic and walking around, doing that
FY
10 times.
FYE.
FYE was awesome for your entertainment.
They don't even have those anymore. Well, I think they do at other places. We just got robbed too many times.
We would go to the
They
French.
had a, they
Oh,
had
go
a
on.
bad location, I think. Right
The
by
FYE,
door.
yeah. Yeah, they went out of business. we would go to the furniture store and walk around like the beds and the couches and just sit in there and not do anything.
That's right.
And like people always look at us and we're just like, yeah, we're just kids. We're just doing what we want. We would just like chill
dude.
and like we would like move from couch to couch. I was like, maybe they'll think we're shopping.
What
Maybe they think that this 13-year-old has his own apartment and is in the market for this fucking buttoned leather sofa with an ottoman. I was like, does this ottoman come with the package? Wow. Only $1,200. Wow. Okay, well, thank
Coffee
you.
table too. Wow, great.
Sandalwood?
Is that brown?
I didn't even know you could get sandalwood down here.
That's crazy. How does this work with?
They're like, yes, sir, we have sandalwood and pine. You're like, crazy. Well, my mom's here to pick me up. Well, my mom's outside. So I got to go. I'll tell my mom about it, though. I'll tell my mom about it. And then it's just like, what'd you do? I was like, I saw a couch. It's pretty nice. How much? It was like $2,000. It's like, but no financing for 39 months. You can finance for 39 months, no interest. That's pretty good.
No interest, Mom. That's crazy.
Our couch sucks, Mom. There's like fucking pizza sauce and chocolate milk all over it.
Yep. You know how easy that would be to clean off the leather?
It rolls off.
The carousel. They don't even have the carousel no more.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we should probably wrap it.
Yeah, dude. We can wrap it there.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Dude, baby.
Dude, baby.